Okay, so it seems like there's been a little bit of controversy going on with the streamer awards at the moment, especially in the VTuber space. Now, this has been a pretty insane one because if you don't know, the streamer awards happened just a couple of hours ago, and we had the best VTuber category, and also VTubers being nominated in other categories too, namely Ironmouse, who was nominated for best duo with ChibiDoki, which unfortunately she did miss out on, which again does suck, but also there were some really great duos within that category as well. But the one that people have been talking about recently is the best VTuber, and it turns out that the BurntPeanut did end up winning the best VTuber category. The other nominees were people like ChibiDoki, Mori Calliope, and Ironmouse. And again, I do think that, a lot of people have been kind of, fighting over whether the BurntPeanut should be classed as a VTuber and should be winning best VTuber, because again, obviously after everything that goes on within the kind of VTuber category and the VTuber community, the BurntPeanut isn't very involved within it. But then also some people on the other side argue the fact that technically he is a VTuber due to the fact that he's using a virtual model to kind of go around and do his content. But yeah, people like Kitsunero here, which had a tweet which did 2.4 million views, which is pretty insane, saying non-VTuber won the best VTuber award, which again, obviously, she goes on clarifies saying, and I'm not saying he didn't put the work in, he didn't deserve to win, and that he didn't deserve to win any of the awards. All I'm saying is he's not a VTuber. He said that himself. He said that he doesn't like VTubers and doesn't like being called a VTuber. He said live that he pushed his community to vote for him to make VTubers mad, which again, I think is pretty crazy, but at the same time as well, I think the BurntPeanut has done a lot of work. I've seen some of his content more recently, especially with the Streamer Awards nomination, right? And he does seem like a pretty chill person, right? It doesn't seem like he's like this big evil person that some people were making him out to be. But again, there was this one clip, for example, that she mentions about the BurntPeanut talking about hating being a VTuber, right?
Play with that guy. First thing he says, he goes, "Make sure you guys go vote Peanut for VTuber of the Year."
Yeah.
And then I riff him up with something. I don't know what I say, but everybody knows I don't like being called a VTuber just because it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Doesn't it just mean virtual tuber?
No, I don't think so.
So yeah, obviously that's what he says. He said it's not the same thing, right? And again, I don't know if the BurntPeanut is joking. I don't know if he's serious about the fact that he doesn't even class himself as a VTuber, but I don't really blame him for doing it. I don't think anyone blames him for winning it because, again, he has had an amazing year and has had a lot of people watching him and everything like that. It's expected that he was, a very, very likely person to win this category as a whole. But again, I do think it's more so on the Streamer Awards for labeling him as a VTuber if he was 100% serious about not being a VTuber, right? Because again, if you say you're not, then you probably shouldn't be in the category where it says you are, right? But again, I don't know. Maybe he's completely joking, and that's a point that people bring up quite a bit, that he's joking about it, and it's been a running joke on his channel that he's not a VTuber and that he's a VTuber instead, right? But again, there's also more clips as well. This is apparently one of him saying that he wanted to annoy other VTubers by winning the award.
You deserve it.
This is with Shroud, by the way.
All right. Okay. All right. Tell you what, you deserve, buddy.
Let's run back a 6v6.
Actually, genuine question though. Do you think if you won, this question for everybody, do you think if you were to win an achievement like that, that VTubers would be pissed?
Wait a second.
VTubers
Hold up,
would be
wait a
pissed.
minute. Shroud could be onto something.
This could actually be a good thing. If you win, you could, you don't like VTubers, you're a PTuber and all.
The master
So if you
plan.
win the VTuber award,
Big rage bait.
yeah, think about that. Think about the damage you could do to the VTuber community if you won as a PTuber.
That is an excellent point, Shroud. Excellent point. Wow. I never thought about
So yeah, obviously that's the clip there. It's Shroud essentially saying, "Hey, you could destroy the VTuber community if you do this, right?" And I do think at the end of the day that is a joke, right? I don't think the BurntPeanut genuinely has any desire to destroy the VTuber community or anything by being nominated, right? It does, you know, obviously doesn't look great, especially for someone that's been nominated as the category, VTuber. But at the same time, I do think it is all jokes at the end of the day. It's not like, you know, they genuinely hate VTubers or whatever. But again, obviously they continue on saying, by the way, for those who tried to have a gotcha by saying Mousy voted for Peanut, she did not. She voted for Mori Calliope. Oh, also Kenji was in there, sorry. Kenji was also nominated. Sorry, I missed him out at the start. Said him even being nominated basically shows how much this award was a joke. Said, isn't he technically a VTuber? Says, nope, he used a face filter. Said, while I do congratulate all the winners and those that got nominated, I can't help but speculate foul play, especially when the Marvel Rivals category has nominees that rarely play the games, especially when Doki wasn't nominated for Marvel Rivals, which, yeah, was 100% true. I think the nomination system for the Stream Awards was definitely terrible. You know, Doki Bird not even getting an opportunity and that kind of stuff is, you know, absolutely insane. I thought that she definitely deserved to be one of the best Marvel Rivals streamers nominees, at least. Obviously, I'm not saying, oh, she should have won it. Like, you know, it's up to the fans if she's won it or not, but I think she should have at least had a chance and been nominated, right? We were saying the entire show has just been ridiculously cringy, so it wasn't a surprise. And yeah, there was a lot of different kind of things as well during the show, different jokes and different jabs, which, caused a little bit of drama within the Streamer Awards, which I thought was pretty interesting, especially some people putting down, like, other members within the group and saying, oh, this person should have won instead of this person, which was just extremely weird. That's, like, the one thing you don't do at a Streamer Awards, right? You know, say that someone should have won something over another person, like literally at the Stream Awards as another streamer to the streamers, to their faces, right? I think it's crazy. Sure, if you want to say like, hey, I don't think, you know, the BurntPeanut, or not even the Burnt, it doesn't even have to be this category. I don't think this person should have won or whatever. That's fine. But again, this person went up on stage and literally told them, like, to their faces, like, this person should have won and you should have won, which I thought was pretty insane. So yeah, obviously you've got Smugglano as well, having a kind of alternative opinion here, saying, here we go again, we do this every year, whether it's Ironmouse winning VTuber of the Year again, or HoloLive sweeping the VTuber Awards again. Everyone is pissed on Twitter, it is on fire. Doesn't matter if it's a Snapchat filter or a PNG model, Peanut is technically a VTuber and the most popular VTuber one. You will forget it in a week if you take the Circle Jerk popularity contest seriously to begin with. You've lost the plot, which 100% is true. I think at the end of the day, the Stream Awards shouldn't be taken as seriously as some people do take it. I think it has proven to be a pretty unreliable and, maybe a little bit of a murky place in terms of nominations and picks and stuff. So again, I think a lot of people are taking it way too hard, right? This isn't the be all and end all of VTubing as it is, right? But I do think obviously it's something to consider, especially again, it would be nice if the BurntPeanut could clarify if they were joking about not wanting to be a VTuber or be called a VTuber, because again, if they were 100% serious, that's on the Streamer Awards for including him in the category when he literally said bar for bar that he is not a VTuber, right? Which again, I think is pretty crazy. I think one thing that can be said though is the fact that, you know, obviously Kitsunero says non-VTuber. Obviously people have been arguing the fact over what is a VTuber and what isn't. I do think you could say that he is a non-VTuber community member, has won the VTuber Award, because again, he is not involved with the HoloLives, with the nijisanjis, or knows anything about that kind of stuff, right? Or kind of interacts with indie VTubers or whatever, anything like that. Again, I do think he is outside of the VTuber community, but obviously it's up for debate whether you think he's a VTuber itself or not, right? You got people like Lena Lazar here. I don't know if this is related. I feel like it is related, right? But again, she says, hey, VTubers, don't be disheartened, okay? We're freaking amazing and get to work in such a creative field doing stuff across the board. Performing, singing, dancing, music, being puppeteers, law, V-cards, gaming, marathons, meet and greets, and so much more. All amazing. Just give the world a little more time and they'll see too. Just keep being kind and keep being you, which again, obviously being very positive about the entire situation. A lot of people as well commenting on it, essentially saying, you know, let's just be, you know, positive about this and keep up the good work. And also just kind of want to finish off with one clip that came from the Stream Awards, which kind of summarizes the Stream Awards' attitude towards VTubers, right? They did have a couple of cool things, for example, like the Ironmouse performance with Marco and Meeple. That was really, really cool to see. And again, that was nice. They've included Ironmouse in every event, but I think it is time we start to, you know, open up to a few more VTubers now. Like, I'm not saying that Ironmouse should get like show cancelled, right? No, I think Ironmouse should continue, but like, I feel like we should have some more stuff from more VTubers. They should be more involved rather than just Ironmouse, right? Because again, they featured a couple of VTubers within clips, but again, it only happened a couple of times, right? And I do think that more VTubers should be allowed to the event and things like that, which I don't think there was enough of, you know, during it in general, right? But again, the overall attitude towards VTubing, this just kind of summarizes it, right? This is the Best Organization Award. This is just a clip from Nantre reacting to it. You can see they got the FaZe Clan people there, and then they go on to they go to Hololive, right? But this is a major mock-up, and again, this is something that's very common within the Streamer Awards, right? The amount of production mess-ups is crazy. Like, honestly, whoever was behind that should be fired. Like, no joke. I understand that there can be a couple of issues and things, but it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible how many mess-ups there was, how many different kind of, you know, I guess, knots and things within the actual show itself there was. It was pretty horrible to see, and again, I do think that they should probably find someone better to produce it next time, because you have stuff like this where Hololive gets introduced with a picture of some random person. Again, I think they're a streamer from a different category, right? And it's crazy. Obviously, a lot of people were laughing over it. But again, I do think it is pretty insane. And yeah, it just kind of shows you the attitude towards VTubers and how much they actually care about them. Because again, it is pretty ridiculous. But again, as I said, I'm kind of like on the fence here in terms of like, is he a VTuber? Did he deserve to win VTuber or whatever? And you know, his attitude towards VTubers in general. Again, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this, because I'm very interested in what you guys have to say and in what you guys think about this. Because again, it is a very, very controversial, very, very two-sided conversation at the moment, and I can understand both sides, right? I think it is pretty disappointing not to see a member of the VTuber community win this, because again, VTubers work so hard, and at the end of the day, none of them get to be at the top and get to a chance to win, right? Because again, the BurntPeanut has been doing absolutely amazingly. Again, I think it is a very, very mixed bag in terms of opinions and different kind of conversations and topics for this. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code CAZZA, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.